Okay, back in the saddle again, more or less. And heading back home with Renee's medication. One nice thing too is CareSource does pay for all of Renee's medication with no copay. But when it comes to anything and everything else that she has to have done, it's got to be approved. Like she's still waiting on the pain clinic, the pain management center at Union Hospital to send to CareSource prior authorization for injections in her knee. And then it takes 14 days for it to be approved. So she's still looking into next month sometime before she gets anything. Because as of yesterday, when we went down to the hospital, I checked and they said the lady hasn't even got around to, that's looks like Minerva, the police, hasn't even got around to filing for the prior authorization. Long story short, but another thing too is that gets me is that, like, if she has to have a CAT scan, which her family doctor wanted her to have a CAT scan here a while back when Rene was having a lot of stomach pain. But the CAT scan had to be approved first. It had to be approved. So any kind of tests, unless it's like an X-ray or something that's done in the hospital, in the emergency room situation, has to be approved. Things that's done in the emergency room, that's all basically taken care of, I hope, unless they turn around and say they're not going to pay for certain tests if you go to the emergency room. Who knows, they might end up doing that later on. Tell hospitals, well, listen, unless the person is in dire straits, don't do this and don't do that and don't do something else. Because we're not going to pay for it. Back when Renee's leg was swelling up and getting hot to the touch, but by the time we got to the emergency room, she wasn't having any, symptoms, just some swelling and pain. But because she was, having that issue, they were just saying, there's nothing wrong, nothing that we can do. She basically has to be swelled up so big, having blisters on her leg, and running a fever, in real dire straits for them to really do anything. Which is, you call that managed care? You call that managed care? I don't call that managed care. I call that managed stupidness. It's almost really they're just managing they're not managing your health so you can stay healthy. They're managing your death. They're managing your dying. It's almost really like, technically, managed care is like hospice. Because that's what I call it, hospice. They don't manage your care, they manage your dying. I'm not a moron. I can see through things that's really going on. They're saying, well, don't take her to the ER anymore unless she's having a heart attack. Or if her leg is so swelled up and has blisters on it. And she's running a high fever and it won't go down. And even then, still they just seem like they just want to give her medication and send her home. Because, quote unquote, she doesn't meet criteria to be admitted. Her family doctor she had at one point in time said, well, there's no criteria. Yeah, there is a criteria, and it's what CareSource says. It's what CareSource is telling the doctors what they can and cannot do. The time that her leg was getting redder, and she's running a fever, and they sent her home with medication. Because one, they thought she just had the flu. Even though I pointed out and I did videos, 3 videos, that showing that her leg was swelling up and it was turning red. And it was hot to the touch. I did 3 videos in the emergency room at Altman. And the doctor said, well, she didn't meet criteria to be admitted. 2 days later, on the 21st, that she was in the ER on the 19th. On the 21st, I took her back down to Union Hospital, and they admitted her right away. Because her leg was swelled up, was getting blisters at that time. Blisters. So that's what they want. They want the blisters. They want the whole 9 yards before they admit you. They want to, admit you when you're having redness and pain and a fever. They want to admit you when it's full blown. They don't want to manage it and try to head it off at the pass. That's what real medicine is supposed to be. You head it off at the pass, so don't get to that point. But no, they are morons. And I'm sorry, you are a bunch of medical morons. If John Hagee can say political morons on Sunday morning on his TV program in his church, I can say medical morons. The thing is, what they want to do is, and this is the conspiracy, they want to kill people off who are sick and slowly dying. Like I said, it's hospice. That's all it is, it's hospice. Managed care is hospice. Well, listen, I said enough. I need to get in and post this and try to unwind and cool off. Probably got to turn on the air conditioner or just open up the door for a little while. I don't know which. But I need to get inside and get the mail in there. And God bless you. Have a blessed day.